15 minutes. Let's do it. I got Rickrolled. Mackenzie Rickrolled me with her timer.
I wake up
Okay.
every morning.
That's good. I like it. I like it. Can you show me how to do it? I want to do it.
Oh, I had to buy it. It was like $1 or something.
Freaking Rickrolled for $1.
Yeah.
For a damn $1. I think it's worth $1. Yeah. I think it's worth $1. Can you help me do it later? Okay, so Spanish Civil War. So everybody understand? The fascists are going to come. Again, you have to know that three major rulers in World War II die in the same month. April 12th, who tips over? FDR. April 28th, who gets killed to death? Mussolini. April 30th, who kills himself and makes sure his body's burned? Hitler. And then May 7th or 9th or something like that is VE Day, which means victory in Europe.
Hitler's wife kills herself too.
Yeah, they both do. They both do. I think he lets her take poison or something, or cyanide or something, and then I think she takes, I don't know. Yeah.
What was the date for VE Day?
I don't know if May 7th or May 9th or something like that. I'm not sure. May 7th, 8th, or 9th. I don't know which one is VE Day, victory in Europe. And then what happens after we win in Europe? What can we focus on? Victory in the Pacific Theater against Japan. Did you just lose all your pencils? It's better than losing all your marbles. Go ahead. Hitler and Mussolini sent men and materials to help Franco, even sending a squadron of German planes to bomb the village of Guernica. Guernica is a Picasso painting. Has anybody heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
Guernica is a Picasso painting. Guernica is a village that has no military, no industrial factories making military weapons, no soldiers, no military encampments, no military airports, nothing of any sort of military purpose. But the proving ground, they bombed the hell out of it anyway. They bombed the hell out of it anyway, just to do what?
See if it worked.
To prove that their weapons were working. And so Guernica is famously memorialized in Picasso's painting, which I'm assuming they're going to show us. Go ahead. Picasso's painting. So, 1939, the Spanish Republic collapsed, and Franco established a fascist regime, which stayed in power until his death in 1975. So he takes over by what year? 1939? What starts in 39? World War II. So, the Spanish Civil War is from 36 to 39. Put it down. And the reason why we have to care the most isn't because about Spain, but it's because what? It becomes a proving ground for German and Italian military weapons. Go ahead. So, in 38, Hitler annexed Austria and Germany in what is called the Anschluss. Common blood belongs in a common Reich. He violates the Treaty of Versailles. He annexes Austria and Germany, and this is how it happens. They just go marching into Austria, right? What are all the people of Austria doing? Hello, Adolf! Hello, Hitler! Oh, Hitler, Adolf! Hello! Hello, Adolf! Hi, we're glad to see you. Hello, come in. Come on in. Got it? Austria is taken over. In 1938 is what is called the Anschluss. Why is it a parade?
Because they don't want to get.
Why?
They don't want to get bombed. Or
They're not going to get bombed because common blood belongs in a common Reich.
they want to be part of Germany.
Austria had previously been part of the Holy Roman Empire. Hitler is going to go all over Europe collecting the Germans. Collecting the Germans from the previous what? First Reich. He's collecting all the Germanic peoples, like my family, we're Germanic, but we come from a place called Bavaria. So during the Holy Roman Empire and during, what was it, like 38 states, 39 states, the German Confederation, remember? And like after Napoleon, they have the German Confederation and they make it like not 300, but like 39 different states. Does anybody remember that? You have to know about the German Confederation. We were part of that German Confederation and our state was called Bavaria. And so my father, whenever we say we're Germanic, he's like, we were Bavarian. We weren't German, we were Bavarian. But we were all actual what? Germans. We were Germanic. Ethnically, we were Germanic. So he's going to go to all of the different places that are Germanic and bring those people into the empire. Thus, when they go in, even with their tanks and their trucks and their soldiers and everything, it is a parade. And most of the people, what? Fangirling who? Hitler. What about the Jews? What about the people that are not drilled? Run away! Run away! Get out of here, we gotta go. Go ahead. So Hitler focused on acquiring the Sudetenland, a part of Czechoslovakia, with 3 million German-speaking people. Make that go away. So the Sudetenland, why does he want this?
So you can take over the rest of Czechoslovakia?
Nope.
So we can get to Poland.
The Sudetenland, a part of Czechoslovakia with 3 million German-speaking people.
German.
They're German. What did I just say he's going around and doing? Collecting all the German people. Paul, are you listening? Do you need to stand up? Collecting all of the German people all over Europe. How did it go when he went into the Sudetenland?
Good.
Hello, Adolf! Oh, Hitler! Oh, Hitler! Go ahead. They were all happy to be what? Part of the empire that would last 1,000 years. The greatest race on earth, the German race. At the Munich conference in 1938, Britain's Neville Chamberlain, Mussolini, Hitler, and France's guy that nobody cares about had an emergency meeting. Munich in 38, and there's going to be a policy of appeasement. Write it down. The Munich conference of 1938, the policy becomes appeasement. They said to Hitler, all right, you took Austria. You want the Sudetenland. We will let you have the Germans of the Sudetenland, but then that's it, Adolf. No more. No more. Do you understand? Do you hear me? Tell me you hear me. Tell me you hear me, little Adolf. What's he say?
Okay.
Right? Yes, Mom. Yes, I hear you. What does he think? What's he saying in his head?
I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay.
You're an idiot. You're idiots. Sure, I'm just going to stop. What does his book that he wrote in prison say? Mein Kampf, what's it say?
Take the whole world.
We're going to be an empire that's going to last 1,000 world. We're going to take over the whole world. But sure, we'll just stop with the Germans. Okay, we agree. Right? Got it? You have to know about the policy of appeasement with Hitler. Neville Chamberlain is the one that looks like the idiot for all of time. Who read Harry Potter? None of you read Harry Potter? Who watched Harry Potter? Who's the kid that gets made fun of? Neville Longbottom. A British lady wrote the book. Neville Longbottom is the kid that's ridiculed and made fun of for all time. Neville Chamberlain, after his policy of appeasement, is made fun of for all of time. I think for sure, I believe, what's her name? J.K. Rowling made Neville the kid that gets ridiculed because of Neville Chamberlain. Because after this policy of appeasement, within a year, what happens?
She takes over.
Troops go storming into Poland in Blitzkrieg. Write the word down if you don't know. Blitzkrieg. B-L-I-T-Z-K-R-I-E-G, which means lightning war. What's it made of? What's lightning war? Tanks, trucks, planes come in, bomb, 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 bomb. Trucks full of soldiers going 50 miles an hour, tanks going 50 miles an hour, just storming into these places and taking over. They take over Poland in 6 weeks. September of 39, August 31st, September 1st of 39. Within 6 weeks, Poland is taken over. Why? Blitzkrieg, lightning war. They go on, listen to me carefully, within the next 9 months. Are you hearing? You look like you're asleep. Within the next 9 months, Hitler will take over all of Europe. In 9 months. September 1st of 39 is when the war starts. Before September 1st of 1940, he's taken over all of Europe. By summer of 1939, Brianna, he's taken over all of Europe. You've got to know. That's how fast. Because when's the war, students? 39 to 45. Japan's been taking over all of Asia early in the war. So what's the entire rest of the war about? Taking it back. World War II is because we appeased Japan and especially Germany, thinking, oh, it'll be okay, it'll be okay. So that they, in 9 months, took over all of Europe, and now we've got to take them back. You should duck, Malia. I don't know what's happening back there, but you should run. Got it? That's probably what they're doing, is checking to see if we're locked. Yeah. Okay, so Chamberlain is the one that looks like a fool for all time. Neville Chamberlain looks like a fool for all time. And he's going to famously hold up a piece of paper that says, "We will have peace in our time." After this conference, he flies home to Britain. Neville Chamberlain holds up a paper. "We shall have peace in our time." And then a year later, what? World War II. And he looks like an idiot forever for having appeased Hitler. Go ahead. So you have to know 1938 Munich Conference is the policy of appeasement with Hitler. And so, of course, they give him the Sudetenland, and then what? In the Sudetenland, hello, Adolf. Hello. Got it? The goal was to negotiate demands that Czechoslovakia give up the Sudetenland. Go ahead. Chamberlain believed he could preserve the peace by appeasing Hitler and giving in to his demands. Oh, Neville. Neville. If ever that silly old man comes interfering here again with an umbrella, a symbol of peace in Germany, I'll kick him downstairs and jump on his stomach in front of the photographers. Thank God we have no umbrella politicians in this country. They made fun of him because he carried an umbrella with him. All of Germany made fun of Neville Chamberlain because he had an umbrella. They made fun of him. Go ahead. I don't know if this is the peace in our time. Go ahead. Oh, wait, here it is. We've achieved peace for our time. It goes down in history. A year later, Hitler takes over, starts invading Europe, and 9 months later, it's all taken over. By the way, watch this. He invades Poland in September of 39, and then all winter long, Britain and France declare war on him. Do we? No, because we're being what? Isolationist. So when do we go to war? Only after what? Do you know what the date is? December 7th of 1941. Japan bombs Pearl Harbor. December 8th is called the Day of Infamy speech. The FDR gives the Day of Infamy. The Day of Infamy is the day before when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and we go into war in 1941. Only what? After Japan bombs Pearl Harbor. 3 or 4 days later, Hitler and Mussolini declare war on the U.S., which was kind of stupid because Japan bombed the U.S. On December 8th, who do we declare war on? Japan. Only one of the Axis powers. We did not declare war on the Axis powers. We declared war on Japan. But then Hitler and Mussolini, what? Declared war because of, say the word, alliances. Because of their alliance, they declared war on the U.S. as well. And then, therefore, the U.S. went to war in Europe as well in 1941. Okay, go ahead. Go. That's Chamberlain. I mean, that's Churchill. What's that?
It looks like he's about done.
Did I not start this thing? Oh, I did start it. I thought, like sometimes I do that and I'm not videoing anything. The Munich Conference, that's what it is, 1938, marked a turning point in European history. Hitler grew more confident than ever before. Every time that they didn't what? Hit back, the bigger and stronger he became. So he's collecting all of it. He's collecting all of it. So after annexing the Sudetenland in 1939, Hitler took all of Czechoslovakia and then demanded territory from Poland as well. So he took Czechoslovakia also without a fight. Why didn't I get rickrolled?
I don't know.
Oh,
I just hate
You wasted your $1.
Oh no.
So he takes all of Czechoslovakia. Everybody got it? We aren't even at war yet. So he took Austria, then the Sudetenland after the Munich conference, and then Czechoslovakia. Shortly after is Poland. September 1st, 1939 is the beginning of the war when he finally goes into Poland. That's the beginning of the war.